So, greetings, everyone. This is the doctor, Toko Basad Bay, giving praise to Allah, honors to the Prophet. I'm just here to speak on a matter. Many people have asked me why I haven't continued the lessons on lesson book 1, but those who know, or those who wish to gain knowledge, know that it's their duty to seek, to take the step, to ask the question. And so that's why I haven't continued. I think I've given enough to be able to start your journey. But just for better clarification, or maybe a little bit to help you understand the lesson book 1, I'm going to give you another example of how we teach with mandalas and how to break down understanding of what's being taught. So this time, instead of using symbols, I use words to give a better understanding. So I want to show you something. Get this right here. There we go. There we go. Okay. In the center, you see we have man. And then as we expand from man, we got spiritual, his nature, lower, the physical nature. To the left, we have the psychological nature. And to the right, we have the social nature. And then as we expand from there, you see we have expression, creation, preservation, and curiosity. As you can see, I put the arrows because they should be on the opposing sides. And then we have, expanding from there, we have lead, or if let's start from the center. You have the sacred nature, you have the secret nature on the bottom, you have principles, and you have values. And then you have the leader, the manager, to mend, and to fix. Then as we span out to the last, we got man's attitude, and we have man's behaviors. We have man's passions, and we have man's aspirations. Then we have, of course, logic and sympathy, empathy, and emotions. So to give you a breakdown, man, put him in the center because he is what we're talking about. We have his spiritual nature, which most of you guys already know about, the physical nature, dealing with the body, psychological nature, dealing with his thinking, and then you have the social nature, doing with his interaction with people, or the rest of. And then, of course, as we go north, we know we deal with the sacred essence of things as man. And then as we go down, we deal with the secret. We deal with the physical part of man. We deal with the secret nature of man. And then if we go left, dealing with the mind, we deal with principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And then when we go to the emotional side, or we deal with, or the social side, we deal with values. things that we value. And then as we look at that, we went out. We didn't deal with. See, when you deal with the spiritual and the psychological part of man, you deal with his expressions. When you deal with the spiritual and the social part of man, you deal with his creations. When you deal with the physical and social part of man, you deal with his preservations. And then when you deal with the psychological and physical part of man, you deal with his curiosity. That's why I have those arrows there. Then as we expand out, and we deal with the principles of man and its expressions, we deal with the logic of man. And we deal with the principles and and curiosity of man, we deal with his sympathy. And we go the other way. If we deal with where was I at? I just did the expressions, right? Preservations, logic, and sympathy. We go to the emotional side. We deal with the sacred nature of man and what he creates. You deal with his mending nature, and not his managed nature. And I'll explain that. See, man on the physical level. Let me just describe these two there. You see, I have fix and mend down here. Fix is something you can do to, like a car. You can take a part off and put another part on and fix it. But on the physical, when you're dealing with nature, you can only mend. It means things have to be put together, and with time they heal. So that goes up here because we're dealing with the higher nature and not the lower nature. On the lower nature, you would fix. But on the and you would bring manage down here, because manage would be what you do with your curiosity and your secrets on the physical level, while men would be what you would do with your sacred creations. Now on top we got expressions. On the logical side, you got expressions and sacredness. You lead. You know, that's how you go with the mind. You lead out there. So we're dealing with what else I got? Empathy. When you got values and creations, you have empathy. When you got values and which would be preservation, you got your emotions, which govern that. And all the way to on the end, you have your passions. And all the way on this end, you have your aspirations. And when you have principles and expressions, you deal with logic, and principles and curiosity, you have your sympathy, as I said before. And then on the bottom, you have man's behaviors, how he reacts and does to things. And then on the higher level, you got man's attitude, how he looks at things. So there you go. Once again, this is just another way to explain the lesson book number 1 in a different form, so that you can see how we taught and how our people taught for thousands of years, and how to start to break down subjects. Once again, thank you for your time, and hopefully that clears up some misunderstandings on those teachers that I put out there. Peace.